Story 1. The Whispering Walls of Elmwood Manor.
The night was thick with fog as I made my way down the winding country road towards Elmwood Manor. The old mansion loomed in the distance, its silhouette shrouded in darkness. Despite the chill in the air, a bead of sweat trickled down my spine as I approached the wrought iron gates. This was the night I had been dreading, my first visit to the infamous haunted house. Elmwood Manor had stood abandoned for decades, its once grand facade now a crumbling testament to the passage of time. Rumors swirled around the mansion like the mist that clung to its decaying walls. Tales of ghostly apparitions, mysterious disappearances, and otherworldly phenomena had earned Elmwood Manor a reputation as the most haunted house in the county. As I pushed open the creaking gates, a sense of unease washed over me. The ivy-covered walls seemed to close in around me, and the wind whispered secrets that sent shivers down my spine. Ignoring the voice of reason that urged me to turn back, I pressed on, determined to uncover the truth behind the legends. The front door groaned in protest as I pushed it open, revealing a foyer shrouded in darkness. My flashlight cast long, eerie shadows across the faded wallpaper as I stepped cautiously into the mansion. The air was heavy with the scent of dust and decay, and every creak of the floorboards echoed like a warning. I made my way through the labyrinthine corridors, my heart pounding in my chest with each step. Strange noises echoed from the depths of the mansion, whispers that seemed to emanate from the very walls themselves. I tried to dismiss them as tricks of the imagination, but the feeling of being watched lingered like a specter in the darkness. As I reached the grand staircase, a chill ran down my spine. I could sense that I was not alone. With trembling hands, I gripped the railing and ascended the stairs, my footsteps muffled by the thick carpet beneath my feet. The air grew colder with each passing moment, and the whispers grew louder, swirling around me like a malevolent chorus. At last, I reached the door to the master bedroom. With a sense of dread, I pushed it open and stepped inside. The room was shrouded in darkness, illuminated only by the feeble beam of my flashlight. And there, standing in the center of the room, was the source of the whispers, a figure cloaked in shadow, its eyes gleaming with malevolence. Frozen in terror, I watched as the figure approached, its movements slow and deliberate, and then in a voice that sent chills down my spine, it spoke. "You should not have come here," it said, its voice echoing with an otherworldly resonance. "Elmwood Manor holds secrets far darker than you can imagine." With a sudden burst of courage, I demanded answers. Who or what was this mysterious figure? What secrets did Elmwood Manor hold? And why had I been drawn to this accursed place? And then in a flash of insight, the truth dawned on me. The whispers, the shadows, the sense of being watched, it was all a ruse, a carefully orchestrated deception designed to lure unsuspecting visitors to their doom. Elmwood Manor was not haunted by ghosts or spirits. It was haunted by the sins of its past, and those who sought to exploit them for their own nefarious purposes. As the figure advanced, I knew that I had to escape before it was too late. With a final burst of adrenaline, I turned and fled, the echoes of my footsteps reverberating through the empty halls. And as I emerged into the cold night air, I vowed never to return to Elmwood Manor again. But the memory of that fateful night would haunt me forever, a reminder of the darkness that lurked within us all.
Story 2. The Whispering Pines of Shadowvale Forest. Shadowvale Forest was no ordinary woodland. It was a place shrouded in mystery and fear. As I ventured deeper into its depths, the towering pines seemed to whisper secrets that sent shivers down my spine. This was no place for the faint of heart, but I was determined to uncover the truth behind the rumors that had plagued Shadowvale for generations. Legend had it that Shadowvale Forest was home to more than just trees and wildlife. Tales of strange disappearances, inexplicable phenomena, and encounters with otherworldly beings had earned it a reputation as one of the most haunted forests in the region. But I was undeterred. I'd come to uncover the truth, no matter the cost. As I trudged through the undergrowth, the air grew thick with a sense of foreboding. Strange noises echoed through the trees, whispers that seemed to dance on the edge of perception. Ignoring the knot of fear that clenched my stomach, I pressed on, determined to uncover the secrets that lurked within the heart of Shadowvale. Suddenly, the forest fell silent, as if holding its breath in anticipation. I felt a chill run down my spine as I realized I was being watched. Peering into the darkness, I saw a pair of glowing eyes staring back at me, a sight that sent a shiver of fear down my spine. With a pounding heart, I followed the gaze of the eyes deeper into the forest until I stumbled upon a clearing bathed in moonlight. And there, standing in the center of the clearing, was a figure unlike anything I had ever seen before, a creature neither human nor animal, its form shrouded in shadow. Frozen in terror, I watched as the creature approached, its movements slow and deliberate. And then, in a voice that seemed to echo from the depths of the forest itself, it spoke. "You dare to trespass in my domain," it said, its words dripping with malice. "You shall pay the price for your insolence." With a surge of adrenaline, I turned and fled, the creature's laughter echoing in my ears as I stumbled through the undergrowth. But no matter how fast I ran, the forest seemed to stretch on endlessly, its twisting paths leading me deeper into its dark heart. As I stumbled through the darkness, I realized the truth. I was not alone in Shadowvale Forest. The whispers, the glowing eyes, the creature that haunted its depths, they were all part of a sinister trap, designed to ensnare those foolish enough to seek out its secrets. With a final burst of energy, I broke free from the forest's grasp and emerged into the cold night air. But even as I fled, I knew that the memory of that fateful night would haunt me forever, a reminder of the darkness that lurked within the heart of Shadowvale Forest. Story 3. The Legend of the Midnight Hitchhiker. In the heart of the city, nestled between towering skyscrapers and bustling streets, there stood an old, dilapidated bridge known as the Gateway to Nowhere. Legend had it that the bridge was haunted by the ghost of a hitchhiker who had met a tragic end on New Year's Eve many years ago. As I stood before the rusted metal structure, I couldn't shake the feeling of unease that settled over me like a heavy cloak. According to the tales passed down through generations, the hitchhiker had been a young woman named Emily. On that fateful night, she had been stranded on the bridge, desperately trying to hitch a ride home. But as the clock struck midnight, tragedy struck. Emily was struck by a passing car and killed instantly. Since then, her ghost was said to wander the bridge, forever searching for a way home. Despite the chill in the air, I felt a bead of sweat trickle down my spine as I stepped onto the bridge. The sound of my footsteps echoed in the silence, and I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Ignoring the voice of reason that urged me to turn back, I pressed on, determined to uncover the truth behind the legend. As I reached the midpoint of the bridge, a sudden gust of wind sent a shiver down my spine. And then, out of the corner of my eye, I saw her, a figure standing at the edge of the bridge, her form shrouded in darkness. With a pounding heart, I approached cautiously, unsure of what I would find. As I drew closer, the figure came into focus, a young woman with long flowing hair and eyes that gleamed in the moonlight. She appeared to be hitchhiking, her thumb outstretched in a silent plea for help. But as I reached out to her, a chill ran down my spine. The woman's face was a mask of sorrow, and her eyes held a haunted look that sent shivers down my spine. With a sudden burst of courage, I spoke, asking the woman what had brought her to this place. And then, in a voice that seemed to echo from the depths of the night, she spoke. "I am Emily," she said, her voice barely more than a whisper. "I have been trapped here since that fateful night, forever searching for a way home." As Emily spoke, her form began to fade, like mist evaporating in the morning sun. And then, with a final sorrowful glance, she vanished into the night, leaving me alone on the bridge. As I stood there, the weight of the legend pressing down on me like a heavy burden, I realized the truth. Emily's spirit would forever haunt the Gateway to Nowhere, a tragic reminder of the dangers that lurked in the darkness. And as I turned and walked away, the memory of that fateful encounter burned itself into my mind, a reminder of the thin line that separates the living from the dead. If you have enjoyed watching this video and are a fan of horror stories and scary things like this, Please subscribe and comment down below any suggestions as to what you would like to see on this channel. Thank you for watching and have a good day.